Thanks everybody for coming tonight. My name is Kirk Souder. I'm a graduate of the class of 2006. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight. USM is probably the single most transformational experience of my life. So it's an honor to share about that. I was thinking how I could be of service to everyone here tonight, and the thought occurred to me to transport myself back to this room as a prospective student at an information eve many, many years ago, and what were the things going on in my mind that were important to me to know about this program. And three themes emerged for me. One was career, and that is, how do I practically apply this work to my career and jobs and so on. The next was relationships. I really wanted to up-level my relationships with the people I loved. I wanted to be more present. And could this work help me with that? And then, of course, my spiritual growth. And what I was particularly interested in is, if I really dug in here, could I absolutely find that there is a spiritual reality and that I can access that spiritual reality on a moment-to-moment basis in my life? I'm happy to say that USM came through in a bigger and more profound way in all those things than I could have possibly imagined. For tonight, just for brevity's sake, I want to just touch on the career one, talk about how USM impacted me there. When I came to USM, I was the president of a 300-person ad firm in San Francisco, and by all means, it was a good job, but I found for the first time in my life, when I was coming into work, I was feeling dread. And I knew something was amiss, and that started a search for me, and that search ended up bringing me to USM. And I thought my reasons for being at USM at the time, one of them was to find a new career path. But my work here had other plans for me in that regard. And we were working on these things called self-limiting beliefs. I think Mary touched on them a little bit, limiting interpretations. And I became aware of a self-limiting belief in me that I felt I had to choose between doing well and doing good. That my business self had to be something separate from my service self for practical reasons. And I realized this was really holding me up in my life because something did not feel right about that. And I chose in that moment to let that go. I chose, in my work at USM to work on letting that go and opening up to an entirely different possibility for me in my career. And to make a long story shorter, in a few months, I was offered a new position, partner and executive creative director of a firm in Washington, D.C., whose only mission it was to use the tools of marketing and advertising to actually create positive social impact on the planet. This firm came out from out of nowhere and was right in the zone that seemed to be where I was heading. And I realized in that moment it wasn't about a career change for me, a total career change. It was about redirecting the skills and the tools that I had learned over many years in the business towards a new direction of positive social impact on the planet. I recall one moment in Washington when I had the honor of working with then President-elect Obama on his call to service for the 2009 inaugural. And I remember finally getting into the room after a lot of work, into the room with him to prepare for filming, and sitting down and opening my laptop and showing him the concept we were going to film. And I had a flashback right to that trio in here, remembered letting go of that self-limiting belief and realizing it was that moment here in this room at USM that had enabled this new reality for me to occur in that moment. Today, I am a co-owner of a social impact firm, actually right here in Santa Monica. The work we do is to help brands align their business success with positive social impact. So you can see it's like a full circle kind of from me in terms of my business now is exactly what I resolved here at USM. So I guess the principle I just want to leave you with that I think is exactly what I've been talking about that we learned here at USM is that outer experience is a reflection of inner reality. What we manifest on the outside is a direct result of what we're manifesting in the inside, the healing, the resolution of issues, and so on. And my life is a testament to that since leaving USM. And that's kind of my story for tonight. I really appreciate everyone coming and listening. So thank you.